Good morning, scholars. I'm Sister Johnson, and welcome back to our Literacy Hour. Today we'll be reading a book called Crown, an Ode to the Fresh Cut. This is a wonderful story, and I'm excited to read it to you today. But before we begin, I have two recognitions. My first recognition is for Sister Michaela and Sister Aria of the Congo Cooper Nation. These two ladies left me comments under our last read aloud. Scholars, if you would like to message me while you're doing your read aloud, while you're watching your read aloud, you may. Just go ahead and leave a comment on our YouTube page. My second recognition is for, similar to the Star Scholars, our weekend warriors. These two scholars continued to learn over the weekend and made sure that they submitted their work. Those two scholars will be highlighted on our whiteboard, and they are Sister Janelise and Brother Azim. Thank you, Sister Janelise, for making sure that you uploaded this weekend's liberation work. And thank you, Brother Azim, for making sure that we got all of your work from last week. I appreciate you both. All right, scholars, and our other viewers today, let's get into our lesson vocabulary. So in the title of our book today, Crown, an Ode to the Fresh Cut, is our vocabulary word. Our vocabulary word today is ode. Ode is a noun, and it's a lyric poem in the form of an address to a particular subject. Hey, Sister Johnson, what does that mean? So when we read this story, the story is actually a poem, and it's a lyric poem, meaning if we wanted to, we can make it into a song. It addresses the fresh cut, so it addresses going and getting your hair styled. So that's the particular subject. Yay, Bo? All right, keep this in mind when you are completing your graphic organizer and as we read our story today. Before we read our story, of course, we want to take a look at our graphic organizer. So, I want you to turn into your literacy packet to your graphic organizer that is titled Crown, an Ode to the Fresh Cut. On our graphic organizer for Crown, you'll first see your lesson vocabulary. Then the directions say complete the question and task below. Your first task is to do our Sankofa rewind. You're going to go back into your history and think back to the first time you got your hair cut or styled. Did you enjoy getting your hair cut or styled? How did it make you feel? Please think back on the time where you first got your hair cut or styled and then answer the questions. Alright, scholars, so you know what to do. I want you to pause this video and complete your Sankofa rewind. You're going to think back on the first time you got your hair cut or styled, and you're going to tell us how you felt. 5 minutes. Okay, scholars, now that you have completed your Sankofa rewind, it's time for us to read. Crown, an ode to the fresh cut. The author of Crown is Derrick Barnes. The illustrator is Gordon James. Make sure you can see. When it's your turn in the chair, you stand at attention and forget about who you were when you walked through that door. You came in as a lump of clay, a black canvas, a slab of marble. But when my man is done with you, they'll want to post you up in a museum. That's my word. He'll drape you like royalty with that cape to keep the fine hairs off of your neck and your princely robes. It's amazing what a tight fade, high, low, bald does for your confidence. Dark Caesar. Who knows? You might just smash that geography exam tomorrow and rearrange the entire principal's honor roll. A fresh cut does something to your brain, right? It hooks up your intellectual. You're a star, a brilliant, blazing star. Not the kind that you'll find on a sidewalk in Hollywood. Nope. They're going to have to wear shades when they look up to catch your shine. He'll lean you back in the chair, dab that cool shaving cream on your forehead, and then craft a flawless line with that razor. Slow, steady, surgical. It frames your swagger. The cute girl in the class across the way won't be able to keep her pretty eyes off of you. Her friends will giggle and whisper, "Girl, he's so fine." Yeah, that's what they'll say. The whole school will be seasick from those rows and rows of ripples. You'll have more waves on your head than the Atlantic Ocean. Shout out to my do-rag and patience. That's the story. There's a dude to the left of you with a faux hawk, deep part, skin fade. He looks presidential. Maybe he's the CEO of a tech company that manufactures cool. He's a boss. That's how important he looks. Dude to the right of you looks majestic. There are thousands of black angels waiting to guide and protect him as soon as he steps foot out that door. That's how important he looks. There's a dude standing in the mirror that can't get over the masterful designs crafted on the side of his dome. Everywhere he goes, people will ask for his autograph. He looks that fresh. He looks like he owns a few acres of land on Saturn. Maybe there's a river named after him on Mars. He looks that important. There are two dudes, one with locks, the other with cornrows, and a lady with a butterscotch complexion. And all they want is a shape up, tapered sides, a trim, and a crisp but subtle line. And sometimes in life, that's all you ever need, a crisp but subtle line. When your barber is done, you'll feel like $1,000,000 and some change. When his fingertips hit you with that apple green alcohol or that witch hazel, it'll sting, but not like a scorpion or a hornet, more like an electric stamp of approval. And when you see the cut yourself in that handheld mirror, you'll smile a really big smile. That's the you that you love the most. That's the you that wins everything. That's the gold medal you. Every person in the shop will rise to their feet and give you a round of applause for being so fly. Not really, but they'll look like they want to. You'll see it in their eyes. It's the look your English teacher gives you when she hands you your last test with a bright red 97 slapped on it. It's how your mother looks at you before she calls you beautiful. Flowers are beautiful. Sunrises are beautiful. Being viewed in your mother's eyes as someone that matters, now that's beautiful. And you'll take it. You don't mind at all. Finally, he'll remove your cape, then swipe you down with a brush made from a golden horsetail. You'll put the money in his hand without even expecting change back. Tip that man. Tip that man. It was worth it. It always is. You know why? Because you'll leave out of the shop every single time, feeling the exact same way. Magnificent, flawless, like royalty. Hello, world. The end. I love this story. And I hope that you enjoyed it too. So now we're going to take a look at our graphic organizer so that you can complete your task for today. You already completed number 1, your single for rewind. Now let's do our within the text question. Question number 2 says, what different styles are featured in Crown? Circle the 3 styles you like best. So you're going to go back into the story, list those hairstyles, then I want you to circle the 3 that you like the best. Once you're finished, move on to your Beyond the Text task. Number 3 says, draw a self-portrait of yourself below with your best cut or hairstyle. Okay, scholars, now that you are finished your graphic organizer, you are going to participate in Dear Time. Dear Time means drop everything and read. Please choose a book and read quietly for 15 minutes. Once you're finished reading, our literacy hour is complete and you can move on to your liberation work. Your liberation work today is to go ahead, take a picture of your self-portrait and please send it to me at grade1@sfacs.us. I really want to see your work. Alright, so thank you for tuning in to our Read Aloud today, and I will see you all tomorrow.